Derpity derp 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 derp.
Octopus with you once again for the Cooter Report for the Skeptic Fence Show. Let's see who we have this week.
In New York, he gave the State of the State address, and he made the claim that people who did not have a New York state of mind, a perspective that fit with New York, were these kinds of people. People who were against abortion. Well, guess what? If you're a Christian, you can't be for abortion. People who were against social issues that promoted a liberal agenda. People who were against his perspective did not fit in New York. Well, that's a contrary position to your faith. And it's been tried by other governments in the past. Let me give you some examples of other governments. Yesterday was Martin Luther King Day. There was a time when the governor of Alabama stood up to say that Martin Luther King and his freedom riders did not belong in the state of Alabama. And he told them because that he did not want the things that he was pushing for, that Dr. King was pushing for in regard to the unity of the nation, to stay out of Alabama. The governor of New York gave a very similar speech just the other day. Let's continue in history. A man by the name of Joseph Stalin, whenever he was promoting communism, said that anyone that did not see what the communists saw as right did not belong in Russia, and he killed almost 50 million of his own people. Let's stay with history and consider a man named Hitler. Hitler stood up whenever Munich was going to host the Olympic Games, and he said that Germany is for the Germans, and Germany is for people who see things the way he sees it, and Jews are not Germans. And years later, he killed 6 million of them in something called the Holocaust. So, is it an important time for Christians to stand up and speak up? Yes.
So the point of the lesson is, one group of people shouldn't tell another group of people to leave simply for disagreeing or having different ideologies, right? That makes them Stalin and Hitler, right? I think your father slightly disagrees, Matthew Hagee.
They're saying that the 10 Commandments have been taken out of the courtrooms and out of the schoolhouses, lest we offend the atheists. Let me be very clear. This country was not built for atheists nor by atheists. It was built by Christian people who believed in the Word of God. To the atheist watching this telecast, if our belief in God offends you, move. There are planes leaving every hour on the hour, going every place on planet Earth. Get on one. We don't want you, and we won't miss you. I promise you.
And of course, there's the other 5 million times he's said something like that. Here's one more example.
Humanists are now making the claim that Christmas was originally a pagan holiday. Hey, dummy, look at the word, Christmas. One store owner said to me, well, Pastor, if I say Merry Christmas, I'm afraid of lawsuits. I responded, New Testament Christians were fed to the lions in the Roman Colosseum, and they did not cower before tyrants and lost their lives rather than refuse to say Jesus is Lord. To all humanists and atheists listening to this telecast, life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness will not be in danger in any way if someone says Merry Christmas around you. Someone will argue, well, it's a Christian prayer. Yes, it is. And this is the United States of America that was founded by Christians on Christian principles according to the Word of God. Contrary to what some people are saying in Washington, we are still one nation under God. And then the humanists argue, well, what about the atheist? And my response is, what about them? No one is asking you to be baptized in the sight of a manger. No one is going to pass the collection plate if you go by a manger. If you pass a manger scene and someone is singing Joy to the World, you can take your Walkman and stuff it into your ears, or you can call your lawyer, or you can just exercise your right to leave the country. Planes are leaving every hour on the hour. Get on one.
So, if you paid any attention there, you'll notice that Matthew Hagee just basically compared his father to Stalin and Hitler. So, good job there. I guess it's only okay to tell people that they shouldn't live in an area unless they agree with you if you're John fucking Hagee. And it's for being such a moron that Matthew Hagee, along with his father, why not, win the Cooter Award this week for being the dumbest horn kickers I could find.
Cooter. Derp derp diddy derp 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 diddy derp 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 diddy derp 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 derp.